Hey, so this is the start of a new vlog. I hadn't done a vlog and I was like, it's the first of the month. So even if I don't finish anything that I'm reading, doing the vlog is, fun, whatever. You get to see a glimpse of my life. I just got home from work. It is a little after 5. It is February the 1st. I am not going to work tomorrow, so I have more to vlog tomorrow. I'm on the move. I picked up some snacks from like the dollar store because, oh, it's dark in here. Because my husband doesn't always buy snacks, and sometimes when I come home from work, I just want like crackers or candy or something. Oh, you see all these action figures? Good Lord. That's my husband's doing, that's not me. Although, I'm not going to poop on his thing. I have a ton of books and he doesn't give me crap about it. So, anyway, I just wanted to kind of start this. I think what I'll do is get settled in. I have a couple of things I need to do, and then I can, update this more. I am going to start reading, like I'm still in the process of reading some things from January. I'm going to also start reading some things that are on my February TBR, which is already posted. So if you haven't watched my February TBR, you can see that it's posted. But yeah, I will when I get my act together, like I'm still wearing my work clothes. I'm still wearing makeup. So I'm gonna I've got to shower and wash my face and get into some comfy clothes. Excuse me. And yeah, pull out the books I want to read. So yeah, that's definitely what's going on with that. So I will check back with you guys in just a little bit. Hey, so I've had dinner. I've watched some Vampire Diaries, and I have not done any reading, but I am ready to talk to you guys about what books I'm working on currently. So I am in The Well of Ascension and Ariadne, but those are sort of holdovers from January, so I'm not rushed on those. I'll get those done, but I can start working on some other things. The primary book that I need to work on and get read is Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane by, who is this? Paul Thomas Murphy. It's not a very long book. It's like 270 pages, but 40 or 50 pages of that, I think, is the what am I talking about? The notes and such. Yeah. So it really ends on 220. So 220 pages. It's nonfiction, true crime. Oh, and there's glossy pages with photographs in it. So I think that's cool. That's interesting. I love that. Look, there was a Penny Dreadful of this. Yikes. So anyway, I haven't read any of this, but I am planning on trying to put a big dent in this tomorrow. Like I mentioned in my previous clip, I'm taking off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. And the reason that I'm taking tomorrow off in the middle of the week is because I gotta take my youngest to go get his learner's permit so he can get his driver's license in the summer. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about that. I know some people are like, my kids are growing up. No, grow up. Please grow up. Grow up, children. I like watching them grow up. I like watching them hit milestones and do things and become the people that they're meant to become. I'm not sad about him getting a permit and getting some more independence. We already have a car set aside for him, so for him to learn on, because I drive an SUV. I live in Texas, y'all. I drive an SUV. I originally got it because I wanted that third row, because I wanted the kids to have room, and now it's most of the time I'm by myself in it, so whatever. But I like being up off the ground when I'm driving, and I have a 30-minute commute both, like, each way, so I have an hour of driving every day. So I really I like having a vehicle that's off the road, especially because I'm in Texas and there's a lot of jokers out here driving huge trucks. Some of them have too many wheels, like dualies and stuff. Like, it's crazy, jacked up trucks. So anyway, it makes me feel more comfortable that way. The other book, let's talk about this. Oh, and I need to get this read by Sunday. So I feel like I can do it. And then the other book that I'm reading, and it's knocking my socks off. I'm 96 pages into The Removed by Brandon Hobson, and OMG, this book so far is like, so I think I've talked about the other one. So this book is like a book of the month that I got like last January, I think. It is a book that is about a Cherokee family dealing with their grief, the death of a child, and dealing with their grief. And it kind of also incorporates, Cherokee mythology and stories from that. And I'm just, I'm already like, man, this is so good. Like, I'm really, the characters are like really well done. Really well done. So like I'm only 96 pages into it. I'm invested. And what I'm doing with this one is I'm using the audiobook when I'm in the car, and then whenever I come home I can like scan through and look, because I am a visual person. Yeah, I'm a visual person. I like to see the things. I like audiobooks, but I also like to see the things. So it is now 8:50. I'm not much longer for the awakeness. I was actually asleep by this time last night. Tired teacher life. There you go. So what I'm planning on doing for the next few minutes is doing some stuff. I mean, I guess I could talk about it. I got admitted into a graduate program for like educational technology leadership, and it's all online, and I'm going to do it. And my courses will start at the end of the month, and part of what I'm doing is working on all the entrance stuff. I have to submit my teaching certificate, my service record, and things like that. So I was actually working on that because it's all digital now. So I have to submit PDFs of things. And so I was in the process of like collecting all the things that I need to turn in. So I'm going to continue with that. I'm also probably going to do my nails. I've gone a few weeks and not done my nails, kind of letting the beds rest. And part of the reason I do my nails, and you could see it from here, my cuticles get just raggedy and they peel and they're bad. But when I keep my nails done, they don't get so bad. I don't know. I don't really get it. Maybe someone else out there knows, but anyway, so I'm gonna probably put on just some natural looking tips. Maybe get this one, at least this one finger to heal up. The rest of them they look raggedy, but they're not like bleeding. This one's actually bled some, so yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to stop this clip here, and I will probably check in with you guys tomorrow. I have a little mental health day. Take my baby to the DPS office. All right. Good morning. It is Wednesday, February the 2nd, 2022. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I am up. I'm drinking a little coffee. I'll show you. Got my little Buc-ee's cup. Drinking a little coffee. And about to get dressed so that I can take my youngest to go get his learner's permit. I took the whole day off, even though it wouldn't take the whole day, because I felt like, I just used the rest of the day as like a mental health day. I would be out of my groove anyway, having missed the morning. Oh, look, my Dobby's here in the bed with me. Say hi, Dobby. Hi, Dobby. Yeah. He didn't like that. When I come back, I'm going to sit and get as much of this read as I can. That's kind of my goal, is to get a big chunk of this read. And whatever part of this, whatever time I don't spend reading this, I will actually jump to Ariadne, which is a holdover from January, because I think I'm like a third of the way through. I'm over 100 pages into it, and I just really need to push. Like, I've gotten through some of the exciting stuff that happens at the beginning, and now I don't really understand what the author's doing, but it seems as though it's gonna do a multi POV thing, like where one chapter is Ariadne herself and other chapters are other characters. And I don't know, because the whole first part of the book was just her and just talking about her. It wasn't even, it was like her POV, but I don't know. Well, I guess I have to keep reading to find out what's going on with that. Yeah, so not like exciting things to do today, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got going on. So I'm gonna drink this coffee and, you know, get going for the day, and I will check in with you guys in a little while. Hey, so it is like 2:30, still Wednesday. I took my son to the DPS office to get his permit, so that happened. And then we picked up some like a late breakfast, and then we came home and I spent some time watching Schitt's Creek while I was eating, you know, my late breakfast, and then I read a little bit of Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane. I went ahead and took the dust jacket off because I don't read hardbacks. I don't read hardbacks with the dust jacket because that's a recipe for me to tear up the dust jacket. And so I read them naked and I put it back on later. So, but, and I didn't get really far, and then I fell asleep and took a little bit of a nap. So that's why I got sleep face. But I'm up and I'm about to read some more. But it's a little gruesome. Like, I think in one of my videos, I was like, oh, it's set in Victorian England and this guy, like, strangles this lady. No, he did not. She was not strangled. Let's see if I find where it says, like in the blurb, in the jacket, it says, on April 26th, 1871, a police constable walking one of London's remotest beats stumbled upon a brutalized young woman kneeling in the muddy road, her face smashed and battered. The policeman gaped in horror as the woman stretched her hand to him, collapsed in the mud, muttered, "Let me die," and slipped into a coma. Woo! Yeah, and what I've read so far, let me put this so I don't lose it. What I've read so far is whoever killed her didn't just make sure she would just kill her. They beat the mess out of her with something. Like, I don't want to give away too much, but like pretty terrible. Like, the description like was, like, you can't eat while you're reading that part of it. And I haven't gotten very far in it. Where I'm at, she doesn't die right away. She is in a coma for a few days. So where I'm at, I haven't gotten too far, but she's still in a coma, and they don't know who she is. Because, you know, in 1871, you didn't carry around, like, a plastic ID. That wasn't a thing that we do. And so, they're trying to figure out who she is, you know. And it's pretty clear she didn't do that to herself. So they're also trying to
take care of like evidence. And the thing is that they don't know what is evidence and what isn't. So they're like searching the ground, looking for things, and they, you know, they find some things, but it's like, is this some random thing that someone dropped at some point, or is this a clue to whatever happened to her? So, yeah, I'm not very far into it. There's going to be, I know that there's going to be like a trial, and I think it has to do with like class and such in Victorian England. Like, I like to go into mysteries, thrillers, true crime, and not know a whole lot. So that's all I know at this point. So far, so good. It reads pretty easily. The only reason I stopped reading is because I got sleepy and I, took a little nap. But I'm up. I still have the rest of the afternoon. So I'm going to not turn on the TV and read some more. Try to make some more progress in it. Because I need to have this read by, let's see, today's Wednesday. I need to have it read by Sunday. I mean, if I don't get it read by Sunday, I don't get in trouble or anything, but I think it's better if I go to my book club having read it. So, anyway. Okay, I will stop this clip here, and I will check back with y'all later this evening. Let y'all know how much progress I make. Probably before I go to bed tonight. Hey, I didn't film another clip last night. And I forgot my copy of Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrooke Lane at work today. So now I'm home. It's like right at 5 o'clock. It's super cold. Oh my God. The wind is blowing. It's just really cold. It's only in the 40s, which I know that some people are like, it's only in the 40s. But like yesterday it was in like the 70s. I'm like, what? So yeah, up a little bit north, maybe a couple of hours drive north of me, they're having like ice and snow, but down where I'm at, it's just cold rain, cold and wet. So, we were going to go out to eat tonight. I said, no. I want to put on sweatpants and get under a blanket and chill. So what I'm about to do is watch some Netflix, because that's what my heart tells me to do. And then I will read. What am I going to read? Well, I can't read the book I was concentrating on because I left it at work. I can get it tomorrow. It's not a big deal. But I was feeling a bit, in the mood for something that wasn't like dark and scary and full of death yesterday. So I started reading before bed. I started reading Actor Age Eve Brown, which you're like, where did that come from? Why are you reading that? I know, but I just needed something that was not full of like sadness and death and things like that. So, a little romance. And I read like a fair chunk of it. So I might read some of that. I might jump back into Ariadne a little bit. We'll see. But first, Netflix and some snacks. And I'll get back to you guys in just a little bit. So, yeah, that's what kind of day we're having. Hey. So, it is Friday. And as a surprise treat, our superintendent let faculty and staff leave early. We had our early release. Normally, the kids go and we have to stay for a while. So, anyway, as a surprise treat, they let us go. And I came home early, and I came straight home, and I had some leftover pizza. I watched some Netflix, and then I took a big nap. Like a seriously big nap, like a longer nap than I should have. But I feel like a brand new person. But as far as reading goes, my reading has gone all over the place. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was feeling,
or maybe the day before, I was feeling a little like heavy. Like the Removed is heavy because it's about grief, right? This family grieving a son, a brother, and about atrocities committed against indigenous people. Because there's a character that talks about like the Trail of Tears. And then Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane, it's a long title, is about the murder of a young woman. And I got to some like more information about it. When they discovered her identity, they were able to like talk about like her age and some more information about like her situation. And I just like, so that day I was like, you know what? I don't want to read about death. So I picked up Act Your Age, Eve Brown. I think I showed that in one of my clips. And I think I stopped on like page 60 or 70, somewhere in there. So, like a fair bit into it. And I actually am liking it. I've kind of stayed away from it for a while because it deals with autism rep. And I'm a little bit sensitive about autism rep. I have a child with autism. And so I'm, yeah, I'm a little sensitive. I mean, and it makes sense, right? You'd be sensitive about something that you have experience with. So, and like a friend of mine had read it and was not okay with it. So I kind of veered away from it for a little while because of that. But yeah, like I'm really liking it. I like her personality. Oh, my husband just got home. Anyway, and then I switched over on the audiobook to listening to The Stand-In by Lily Chu. It deals with like the impersonation trope. I love it. I love it when the character has like a twin that they didn't, not a twin, but someone who looks like them that they didn't know about. So anyway, so I haven't finished anything. That's what all that means. But I have made progress in all of those little things. So we're about to go out to eat, and then I'll come back and I'll read some more, like actually do some more reading. I am working tomorrow and I have a hair appointment tomorrow. So I won't be just sitting around reading. But I'm only working for like 3 hours and get like big bonus pay. Like my hourly pay for that's like increased than what's normal. But anyway, I will probably check in after we come back from dinner. So I'll see you then. Hey, so it's Saturday morning. I didn't film another clip. I'm up early. It's like just after 8. I'm trying to get this car to warm up enough that I can like actually go. So the plans for today is I have this work thing. It's like test prep. It's only for 3 hours. And then I'm going to go to my hair appointment. And then I think I'm going to go straight home. I'm okay. I didn't stay up super late. And I'm, I got a lot of reading done, I think. I read some more in Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane. I'm into like where the police are investigating. So it's a little procedural in that part, so we'll see. Like I'm hanging in there, but and then I read some more of Act Your Age, Eve Brown, which is the romance that I picked up to kind of be a palate cleanser. But yeah, so that's where I am right now. Hang on. That's my windshield wipers. Trying to get it to where I can see. So I gotta stop by an ATM and get some cash for my stylist, my hairstylist. But anyway, I will check back. But I went ahead and brought, so I could film this clip and start to go. But yeah, it's really sunny. So anyway, I will stop this clip here and I will check back with you in a little bit. Hey, so it is now almost 4 o'clock. I did my work this morning, the tutoring. So thirsty. I did the tutoring this morning between 9 and 12. And then I went to my hair appointment, so I've got fresh hair. And my husband came in to town, so after my hair appointment, so we went to a Thai place, and that was good. And then he went on to go to like comic book shops and such. I think he's also gonna stop by Bath and Body Works because he gonna get me a candle. And because all the candles that I have at the house right now are kind of more like a fall Christmassy smell, which is a good smell, but it's February and I want something that's a little more like Valentine's Day smelling. Oh, this road is a little rough. Sorry, y'all. Okay. But anyway, and then just now, I was just getting back in the car, because I stopped at a Walgreens to pick up some snacks, because we have food at the house, but it's like, isn't it the case where you have things, you know what things you have, but you're not hungry for those things? Like, right? So I picked up some snacky things. Specifically, what I wanted to pick up was a package of Lorna Doones. Like, you know, the candies, like the cookies, like the shortbread cookies. Oh, they're so good. So I picked up a box of those because, yeah, that's some book reading, eating, snacking. Anyway, so speaking of reading, finally on my way back to the house, and I'm going to snuggle in and read. I think I'm actually gonna pick up Actor Age Eve Brown. Because I feel a little bit more in the mood for that. It's a little bit of a lighter read. I really should be reading Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane. I really need to pick that up and read a few pages. But I might wait until it's like dark. I might wait until the evening to do that. And I'm also kind of tired. Like, it's really sunny today. Okay, I'm not crapping on the sun. Like, it's great weather. And it was like freezing, literally freezing this morning. But it's up into the 50s now, so that's nice. But I might just like chillax. But the sun, it like makes my head hurt. I don't know, like I'm light sensitive, I guess. I don't know. So I'm ready to like get into my house and block the sun and not have so much sun in my face. But anyway, yeah, so that's where I am with that. I probably maybe will upload another film another clip. I can't talk, but I don't know, because I'm kind of bad about saying, okay, I'll see you guys later in the next clip, and then I don't film the clip. So yeah, that's a pain in the butt. Hey, so I don't think I filmed a vlog today. So last night I fell asleep early, and then today has just been kind of a chill day. I worked on my diamond painting. I listened to one of my audiobooks, and we visited with Byron's parents, and just got back. I'm having a little afternoon coffee, and then I have my literary society meeting this evening in about an hour and a half. And I didn't finish the book, but I imagine that maybe other people didn't finish the book, so it's like it would be a big deal. And we've already talked about what book we want to read for next month, so I don't know, we'll see. But I'm not going to take my camera because I didn't talk to anyone about being on camera, so like that's not something that I'm just going to spring on anybody. And then I have work tomorrow, so I won't be staying up late. I'll probably end the vlog when I get home this evening, and we'll see what all I read and stuff throughout the week, which is kind of sad, but I really feel like it's honest. It's some weeks I get more read than others,
and it just depends what's going on, like, or what mood I'm in. Like this week my mood shifted and I was like more into some of the lighter reads rather than what I was already reading, because I just didn't feel like it. It's better to read something else than to like make yourself read through something you don't really want to read, or to just not read at all, like, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I will see you guys in probably the next, which will be the last clip probably. So hey, so it's Sunday night, February the 6th, and I wanted to finish up this vlog. It's been a week. So this week I was reading, let's see, and I don't have the book cover on it, but Pretty Jane and the Viper of Kidbrook Lane. I'm not terribly far in it. There's only 220 pages of, you know, word, like, the writing. The rest of it's notes, and there's pictures and stuff. I stopped on page 49, so not super far into it. But what I have to say about that is the writing is solid, it's good, but it's infuriating because of the realization that it's true crime. This really happened. And the details of I say characters, of the people involved. You know, you're dealing with a teenage girl, you're dealing with some like really spicy details, situations that are difficult for people, like, yeah, and decisions that are just horrific, and then the justice system, right? So I was going slow in this one. There were some nights, there was one night that I left it at school and I couldn't read it, and there were other nights when I just wasn't in the mood. And I think one of the number one ways to get yourself into a slump is to try to force yourself to read something when you're just not in the mood to read it. So what I was reading, sorry, I was leaning for my book. What I was reading as sort of a palate cleanser to that was Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is one of the extras on my TBR this month, so I wasn't necessarily planning to get to it, but I knew, like, Talia Hibbert, I've read Chloe and Danny's books, so Talia Hibbert's a known quantity, right? Like, I know what I'm getting into when I pick up a Talia Hibbert book, especially dealing with the Brown sisters, and it was delivering, and I got a good third of the way through, just kind of like using it to kind of like balance out my brain. So I started it midway part through the week. I don't remember even what day it was. And I stopped on page 123. I'll probably read some more of this tonight before I go to bed. On my, hang on, y'all. I didn't have all my books stacked neatly around me. Okay, so the other one that I was reading this week is The Removed by Brandon Hobson. I'm using the audiobook and I'm going through the physical book. This book is amazing. I'm a little mad at myself for waiting so long to pick it up, because I got it in a book of the month back in last January. Holy crap. So yeah, it's from January 2021. And I'm mad at myself that I didn't pick this up sooner. It is amazing, but it's also very heavy, right? You're dealing with trauma through generations, right? Because there's connections to the Trail of Tears, and so some of the description, some of the discussion is really heavy. Trigger warnings for suicide and drug usage and domestic violence and gun violence. So yeah, but I really think that the portrayal of grief that's presented for these family members is well done, and well done in such a way that it's not only believable, but also it makes you feel connected to it. Like, I feel sad reading it, and that's part of the reason that, like, there were times when I was like, kind of like, I don't feel like reading or listening to any of this. I am, shoot, I haven't updated my bookmark, but I'm past the 200 page mark. So I'm like probably like 65 to 70% done with this book. So I will be finishing it probably tomorrow, honestly. and yeah, and I can give I guess a better review, full review, I don't know. And then the other book, and I'd have to like put in a little picture, is The Stand-In by Lily Chu. I'm listening to it. Oh, my nose itches. Sorry, allergies. I'm listening to it on audiobook. It is narrated by Philippa Soo, which is what kind of drew me into it. And it's good. It's like a light, romantic, kind of rom-com-y. And it has the enemies to lovers trope, but it also has the, oh my god, we have no connection and yet we're almost identical twins trope, which is fun, right? And the pretending to be somebody else trope, that's fun. I like that. And I'm about halfway done with it. I think I was like almost exactly halfway done with it when I was listening to it last. So yeah, those are the books. I'm also in Ariadne. I'm also in The Well of Ascension, but I kind of pushed all of those to the side because they're kind of holdovers from January, and I just wasn't really interested in reading those. Like, again, it was like, I have to be in a mood for that high fantasy, or I have to be in the mood for like where I was in Ariadne, which is, you know, it's also very like heavy, not rom-com-y. So anyway, I feel like even though I didn't finish any of these books this week, I feel like it was a pretty good reading week. I read every day, used audiobooks and physical books, and kept my brain active. I was, you know, like really moved and thinking about these books. So I'm calling it a win. Like I covered quite a few pages. I didn't sit down and add them up, but I covered enough pages, so I feel pretty good about it. So anyway, that's it for this vlog. I know I didn't have a lot of fun B-roll or things like that. Sorry. But this is what a real week of reading and life for me looks like. So there you go. If you like real, got it for you. So if you like this video, please considering giving it a thumbs up. If you like my content and you would like to see more, well, there's other videos that I've already posted, but subscribe and then you can see what I post coming up, you know, getting into it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!